So, you saw how we used calculus to solve a counting problem. That is rather interesting, is not it? But some of you may not like calculus, or maybe you feel that calculus does not belong in a counting problem. So, let me give you another solution, and this will not use calculus, and it is in fact ends up being laughably simple at the end of the day. So, let me just back away from this problem a bit and talk about the general nature of this problem. So, it turns out that the number of permutations with well, we have already seen that the number of permutations with 0 inversions is the same as the number of permutations with n choose 2 inversions. It turns out that the number of permutations with 1 inversion will be the same as the number of permutations with n choose 2 minus 1 inversions. So, the distribution of this number of inversions is arranged symmetrically in the region 0 to n choose 2. Okay, this is an example of what is called a self-reciprocal sequence. So, consider a sequence we will start with 0, a1, an. So, it is a sequence of n plus capital N plus 1 terms. You can think of this capital N as n choose 2, and ak is the number of permutations on n letters with k inversions. So, a sequence is said to be self-reciprocal if when you write the sequence in reverse order, you get it back, right. So, if a I is equal to a n minus I for each I between 0 and n. Okay, so, the sequence a0, a1, an is equal to the sequence an minus 1 a0. For example, binomial coefficients this is a self-reciprocal sequence. So, here is a general theorem about self-reciprocal sequences. If a0 an is a self-reciprocal sequence, then summation j goes from 0 to n j times aj divided by summation j goes from 0 to n aj, this is just equal to n by 2. So, in our application that we want to use, we want to take aj to be the number of permutations with exactly j inversions. And so, this ratio will actually be exactly the average number of inversions for permutations on n letters. So, let us prove this. The proof is really very simple. Let us evaluate 2 times this sum. So, 2 times the sum in the numerator, j goes from 0 to n j times aj. Well, I can write this first in forward order, j goes from 0 to n j times aj, and then in backwards order. So, I will just replace aj by a n minus j. So, what I get is j goes from 0 to n j times a n minus j, or if I want I can write that as n minus j times aj. And now combining the terms the coefficients of aj, I get this is sum j goes from 0 to n j plus n minus j aj. Well, that is just n times summation j goes from 0 to n a j, right, and that proves this identity that summation j a j divided by summation a j is exactly n by 2. So, what we are saying is that if these a 0 up to a n are the frequencies and they are of some statistic and they are symmetrically distributed, then the average will be at the center. So, now the objective is to show that the distribution of inversions is symmetric, and for this I will use a trick. So, I will take these sequences and turn them into polynomials. So, a polynomial a 0 plus a 1 x plus a n x to the n is said to be self-reciprocal if the sequence a 0 a n is self-reciprocal. Typical example, this polynomial 1 plus x to the power n is self-reciprocal. Why is that? Well, it's just because its expansion, the coefficients are given by binomial coefficients, and binomial coefficients with a fixed n are symmetric. But here is a simpler example. This polynomial of ours x subscript n, which is 1 plus x to the power n minus 1. This is obviously self-reciprocal. The sequence is 1 1 1 1 1. Important point here is that this polynomial should have degree exactly n. Okay, so here is a lemma. How do you recognize self-reciprocal polynomials using algebra? So, a polynomial f x of degree n let us say capital N is self-reciprocal if and only if x to the power n f of x inverse is equal to f of x. The proof is quite easy. Let us just try to understand what the meaning of this x to the n times f of x inverse is. So, let us write out the form of the polynomial f. So, suppose f of x is of the form a 0 plus a 1 x plus a n x to the power n. Then x to the power n times f of x inverse, well, that is x to the power n, and then we have a 0 plus a 1 x to the power minus 1, and then that goes all the way to x to the power minus n. Multiplying out, you get a 0 x to the power n plus a 1 x to the power n minus 1 all the way up to a n. And so, what has happened is this polynomial x n f of x inverse is the polynomial whose coefficients are the same as the coefficients of f of x, but in reverse order. And so, if the sequence a 0 up to a n is self-reciprocal, then this a 0 will be a n and so on, and so this will be exactly equal to f of x if and only if this sequence, if this polynomial is self-reciprocal. Now, using this characterization of self-reciprocal polynomials, it is very easy to show that a product of two self-reciprocal polynomials is self-reciprocal. If f is self-reciprocal, f of x is a self-reciprocal polynomial of degree m, g of x is self-reciprocal of degree n, then f of x times g of x is self-reciprocal of degree m plus n. The proof is very simple, we just apply the criterion from the previous lemma. So, let us compute x to the power m plus n f of x inverse g of x inverse. Well, this is, I can write it as x to the power m f of x inverse times x to the power n g of x inverse. But by the lemma, since f is self-reciprocal, this is just f of x, this is just g of x, and so again applying the lemma, we have f x g x is self-reciprocal of degree m plus n. And a corollary of this corollary is that our Poincaré polynomial is self-reciprocal. Remember, this is the sum over permutations of n x raised to inversions of n. This is self-reciprocal. And that is clear now, right, because this f n x is x n times x n minus 1 times x 1 is a product of polynomials which are obviously self-reciprocal. Now, we can finish the second proof of our result. We wanted to compute 1 over n factorial summation sigma in perm n inv of sigma. Well, I can write this by grouping the permutations with k inversions together. I can write this as 1 over n factorial summation k goes from the possible number of inversions go from 0 all the way up to n choose 2, and then k times a k, where a k is now defined to be the number of permutations sigma on n letters that have exactly k inversions. And this n factorial, well, it is the number of all permutations. So, this is equal to summation k goes from 0 to n choose 2 k a k divided by summation k goes from 0 to n choose 2 n choose 2 a k. And this we have seen, because this a k is a reciprocal sequence, has to be exactly half of n choose 2, which is n into n minus 1 by 4.